Hello, and welcome to week 7 of the Full-Circle Reboot series. I realize my makeup's a little wild for today's video, but that is because today is Hafla Day. And also, instead of my typical blue attire, I am repping Tamu belly dance with my t-shirt today. Anyway, last week we talked about sabotage, and part of my homework was to discover ways that sabotage might pop up in my own life. I discovered that the areas I need the most work on are organizing my finances and my tendency to procrastinate on cooking. Whenever I procrastinate on cooking, I'm much more likely to start munching on snacks or just give up and order takeout. Whereas with my finances, what I need is a spreadsheet and a better method of tracking my spending and my savings. I also looked at ways that other people could sabotage me, and the only thing that I really have to worry about there is that I feel like I can't really count on people to push me when I feel like I need it. And if people are experiencing a lot of negative emotions, I, as an empath, tend to get caught up in experiencing their feelings. So really, out of the types of sabotage that I could be experiencing, I consider myself pretty lucky that this is as bad as it gets for me. So I wouldn't be stuck with a bad taste in my mouth about the people in my life. My second homework assignment was to ask for an encouraging message from my friends. So I chose to ask my best friends, Crystal and Shelby, and here's what they sent me. My third homework assignment was to do another guided meditation, and for some reason I had a really hard time getting myself to do this. I just really did not want to do it. So I literally just now completed that before starting to film this video. And it was still nice, not as powerful as it was before, probably because I was rushing through it, but still good nonetheless. My last homework assignment was to work on my taxes, so I did it. I finished them, submitted them, and got approved by the government, so yay! So last week was pretty heavy, lots of material, more homework than usual, whereas this week we get to focus on self-care, which doesn't feel like work at all. Self-care is about nourishing our body and mind with experiences that we enjoy as a way to recover from stress and prevent burnout. A lot of people, especially those with workaholic or perfectionist tendencies, underestimate how much self-care they need and tend to think it's not important. But when we don't have enough self-care, we tend to get irritable and have trouble focusing, whereas when we do include self-care in our lives regularly, we start to feel happier, more relaxed, and even more optimistic. While some options for self-care are obvious, like taking a bubble bath or getting a massage, there is also a kind of self-care that involves being rebellious. Sometimes we have a need to break the rules a little. Maybe you feel like you're being oppressed in some way, or maybe you're just seeking an adrenaline rush. Let's face it, sometimes you just want to be bad, and that's okay. But what I help you do here is find ways to get the feeling of being naughty without hurting yourself or others. So like going out in public without a bra on, or sneaking candy into a movie theater, both things of which I've done, would count in this category. So, while we get to experiment with all this fun self-care stuff, we also get a binge day this week. This does not mean that I have been expecting clients to eat perfectly healthily this entire time. We just get to talk about binge days a little bit and how different people do them and why. As you can see, I'm really looking forward to this week's homework since it's all about fun stuff. Assignment number 1 is to do one bad thing and one good thing for myself. Assignment number 2 is to have a binge day. My day for this is usually Saturday, so I'll stick to that. Assignment number 3 is my custom assignment. This week, I'm gonna learn a little Japanese. So Venus Angelic recommended on her channel starting with the 3 Japanese alphabets: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. So I'm gonna start with hiragana and see how far I can get in an hour. Check in next week to see how I did. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to this channel with the notifications turned on, and follow Mingled Vitality on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you'll be sure to know as soon as the next video comes out. Thank you for visiting my citrusy sanctuary. Peace out.